Hey, what's up? This is Damien from Angelwolf Studios. How you doing? So, 2019. That was an important year for me. It didn't start off very well because I did wind up making the first table ever for a customer and shipped it off. It was a nice table, except for the fact that I actually really didn't like it. The color choices that the customer made were not my cup of tea. I didn't think they looked good together, you know, and but I sent it away anyway. According to the customer, the table was damaged on the way there. They took pictures of everything, the box, the table, where the damage was, and everything. And I've always had in the back of my mind that some of it wasn't quite kosher. But what I did was I made a claim with FedEx, because that's who I was using at the time. And it took months to get any answer back. And the only thing I can assume is that the customer had also made a claim at the same time for the same item. And I actually got a letter from FedEx saying that nobody's getting anything. Never heard from anybody again. So from that point on, I decided that I'm not going to ship anything out unless I feel good about it. If I don't feel good about it, it's not going anywhere. So, I was still working part-time at this time. Until the summer of 2019. Late summer. Or was it midsummer? Late summer. I'll say late summer because it was August. I was forced to start working in my workshop full time. I wasn't sad about it, but at the same time, I wasn't happy about it because I had plans on working at least another year before I was going to do that because I wanted to save up a little bit and put something a little away just in case. The reason that I had lost my job at the time, since I got fired, was because I was not able to keep up with everybody else as far as numbers were concerned. Numbers are very important in the job that I had. Statistics were very important. Or analytics, whatever you want to call it. But my brother had passed in May of that year. And it hit me really hard because my brother's my best friend. And even though we argued and fought a lot over the years, we were still, close. And I could not shake the grief. Like, matter of fact, I know somebody on Facebook, a friend of mine from when I was young. He's dealt with the same thing, but he's not been able to shake the grief all of these years when it happened to him. I was given 2 days to grieve. And I was supposed to be able to shake it off and go back to work and be the same person that I was before my brother passed. These types of events that happen in your life, they change you. You're not the same person. They didn't really want to work with me on that, or, I wasn't even like suggested, hey, why don't you go seek some help or something. Actually, at this time, after my brother passed, or was it before? I think it was before my brother passed. I had to give up my insurance at the company because it had gotten too high. So even if I was needed to go to seek some help for the grief and to get over the grief, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So now, I think the transition from, even if I didn't want it at the time, or didn't specifically want it at the time, I think the transition from going from working full-time at one job to working this full-time job should have been a lot easier. And because I got a lot of orders, a lot. Like, it was like the universe is saying, this is what you need to be doing. And I made a mistake. One of my biggest mistakes. And it'll come up again in another video, but right now I will say, with all these orders, I wound up pricing the items that were sold way too low. So I wasn't able, I was overwhelmed. I had a lot to do, and normally that means hire somebody to help you. But I had set the price so low on these items that I wasn't able to afford it. So I was overwhelmed, and it took me what felt like an eternity to finish these projects. And because of all this is the first time that I had a huge loss. Okay. I wasn't ready for this, but I had to keep trucking. I couldn't just stop and cry about it and give up. So I ended up the year with needing to play catch up. I had even was trying to I had even tried to speed things up as much as I could. Wasn't cutting quarters or anything, but I just couldn't do it. I had too many things to do, and trying to put out this dumpster fire that I started because I decided, let me lower this price because this is how I feel it should cost. But I learned since then, and you'll see about that in another video. Okay, so that's it for 2019. If this is interesting at all, or if you're liking the content, please give me a follow, subscribe, hit that like, and hit the notification bell so that you can see when I post more of these videos. And see you in the next video. 2020 is coming up.